be an effective weapon. Ah! Hurt. Hey guys, welcome to another bi-weekly series. I really need to decide how many series I'm going to be doing. Today, I'm going to be doing the Ability Almanac. With me having about 90% of the abilities currently available in Injustice 2, and with the ability multiverses back in full force these days, it's only a matter of time until I get them all anyway. Now, some of you might be having trouble getting some of these abilities and might be like, are any of these even really worth it? So, today, I've decided to go through every character, and I'll be doing this twice a week. Once on Monday, and once on Thursday. And we'll be looking at each of these abilities, what they do, their frame data, that kind of thing. Because we're going in alphabetical order, mainly because I'm doing the same thing for a Facebook thing that I'm doing myself, although if you need my Facebook, ask nicely and maybe I'll give it to you. Today, we'll be looking at the King of the Sea, Aquaman. Now, Aquaman used to be one of the top-tier threats of Injustice 2, one of the big five, as it were. Now, these days, he's still very good, but he got nerfed quite a bit, so he's got to play a little more defensively. As a result, even though he is a really good character on his own, his gear abilities are interesting, to say the least. We're going to start with the first two gear abilities here, the Meter Burn Trident Toss and the Call of Orm Marius. The Trident Toss is called Marius' Charge, I believe, and it turns the Trident into a mid and buffs its damage slightly, but it is a slower toss. See what I mean about it being interesting? Now we've got the only, in my opinion, definitively better gear ability. The Call of Orm Marius. It doubles chip damage inflicted by Trident-based attacks. All Trident-based attacks. That does include the Trident Rush. So if you're running into somebody who does not want to turn off gear and is playing as Aquaman, keep an eye out for this ability. That's when you know that you've just gotta run. It does not buff the raw damage on hit, however. Although, if you get trapped in a situation like this, you'll wish that it didn't exist at all. That's why a lot of people don't play with gear on, because it's ridiculous. And remember how I said all Trident-based abilities are affected? That includes the tentacle, so it can still do a respectable amount of damage on chip. Well, that's quite interesting, given the fact that you can't combo with it on Meter Burn anymore. But you know what you can combo on Meter Burn nowadays? His original From the Deep. The original Down Back 2, where he stabs the Trident into the ground, that's a gear ability, because it pops the opponent up raw, and you can Meter Burn it in order to get a combo off. However, you'll notice that down forward light is not the rapid stabs anymore. It's one big low stab. It's fairly slow, it doesn't combo into much of anything, and really it's a good way to catch people off guard, I guess. It does do big damage, I'll give it that, but still, no way really to combo into this thing, so it's not that great. Next up, we have another really interesting and bad gear ability, the Power of Neptune. There's a close and, quote, far variation, where it can pop up the opponent, except you cannot combo off of it. I tried. As far as I know, there's no comboing off of this thing. It's really only used to kind of keep your opponent in check, as it were, because you throw it in, it's 40 frames, it's not that great, but hey, I mean, it's cool looking, I guess. However, what is pretty interesting is that the water shield can be meter burned into a projectile with certain gear. I don't remember exactly what it's called, but you basically throw out your water shield, and then instead of a localized explosion, you meter burn it into a tidal wave to clobber your opponent. It's really fun. And now, the following moves the following of this video, it's going to be all gear data. It's all going to be all the frame data of all the moves, from the Deep to the Call of Orm Marius. It's worth noting that the Call of Orm Marius does last a pretty long time, so it's something to keep in mind if you're ever in a gear fight and you're like, I got the Call of Orm Marius. Time to go stab crazy! I hope you enjoyed this video. If you are interested in hearing more about abilities, feel free to let me know, and as always, don't forget to be awesome.